Hi, David. Over the past few weeks, you started the season with loads of clean sheets, but over the past few weeks, there's maybe not been as many, and you've had to deal with a lot in front of you in terms of a changing back four. And Mikel, before the international break, described all the injuries, with them all happening more or less in one place as a nightmare. I just wonder how it's been like for you, sort of having to deal with that constantly changing back four in front of you, and how it's affected you in your performances.
Well, I don't think it has affected in any way. It's just obviously we had some injuries, but we have a great squad, and anyone that can play in those positions we rely on, and I know they're going to do the job 100%. So no matter who plays there, that we feel confident that we're going to defend and they're going to do the right job.
Sam?
Hi, David. Just your performances this season have been really good, and I think a lot of fans would say you're the player of the season so far. I just wondered, do you feel a lot more comfortable and settled this year than compared to when you first came, and what's changed about that and why?
Well, I think it's a matter of adaptation, you know. Everything has a process, and I know at the start of the last season there was a big debate and everything, and a lot of noise outside. But I think from January this year, I think it's just changed completely. I was more confident. I was showing what I was capable of, and then after the summer, I just felt myself. I felt I was in the right place, and I think with all the performance and the help with the team, it showed what we're on here and what we're capable of.
James, do you want to? Okay, we'll go up here first.
Hi, David. It was against the Portuguese team last season, Porto. You had probably your biggest moment last season. I just wanted to ask you, in terms of your Arsenal career really taking off, did that feel like the night that you really, truly arrived as an Arsenal player? Well,
it's a nice moment to save 2 pens and get through to the next round and everything. My career started when I signed for Arsenal last season, and that's how I see it. Obviously, you have moments, and good moments, bad moments. That's part of football. But obviously, that's a great memory to have in my mind and for everybody, I think, because it was many years ago that we didn't get through to the quarterfinals.
We spoke about some of the big saves you've already made at the start of this season. You know, as a goalkeeper, projecting that body language and that confidence to your defenders, it seems like you carry a different presence in the goal this year to maybe this time last year when you were just asserting yourself. Is that something that Mikel has worked on with you? Because he talks about body language quite a lot.
Yeah, I think it's something that you work on, and like I said before, is adapt to a new circumstances, a new club, a new environment, and that takes a process to have. But obviously, with the help with the staff and with the players, that it makes it much easier. Well, I think it's just it was a matter of time that I was going to show what type of goalie I was.
Sam?
With the start you've had this season, what is it like as a goalkeeper and as a player for it to go so well? Because obviously you've had your ups and your downs, but for it to go so well so quickly this year, what's that like?
Well, it's nice, but it's past now. It's gone. It doesn't matter anymore. We are here now. We're thinking in the present. We're thinking about tomorrow and to try to help the team as much as possible with performance like that, like the past. You learn from your good things and from your bad things. So there's going to be a moment that's going to everybody makes mistakes and everything. But obviously it's nice to hear that and to see that I'm helping the team.
With how well you're doing now, how much of it is it down to confidence, and how much of it is it down to an improvement in skill, per se?
I would say it's hard work. I think hard work pays off, and hard work beats everything. So I try to work as hard as possible every day in training, and try to look after myself as much as possible. So it's a little bit of everything, but I would put it down to hard work.
David, you've prepared well. We've seen in training images, and it looks really good that you're confident ahead of this game. Have you spoken about the previous result that Sporting had here in this competition, and what has Mikel said to you with that result that happened against Man City?
Well, we know what to expect tomorrow. We know they're in form. We know they're a really good team, scoring a lot of goals. But we're here to win the game, to get the 3 points, and to move forward. We're not here to see things out. We are very confident in ourselves to come here and get the 3 points.
and wary of the new manager who's coming here as well?
Sorry, say that again.
And you're wary of the new manager
Yeah, of
who's
course.
taking Joe Pereira?
Yeah, we know. They're very similar and they're trying to do the same things. But obviously, we expect he's a new manager, and we'll see what happens tomorrow.
James?
Hi, David. Just firstly, can I just ask, who do you consider to be the best goalkeeper in the world right now?
Right now, that's a tough question. I would say it would have been Courtois for me, but obviously now he's injured. So, but I would still pick him.
And is it a personal target of yours to kind of be in that conversation? You know, you're a Premier League Golden Glove winner. You're in a team going for the title. Is that an aspiration of yours to be talked of with those big names?
Well, I have different aspirations, but that's, I think, a conversation for you guys to have that talk. But of course, it's nice to be in that talk, and it'll be nice to be there. But my aspiration is just to play football, to be the best version I am, and be better tomorrow and the day after. So that's what I'm thinking right now.
What do you think you need to do then to get there? Is it? Do you need to win a Champions League? Do you need to win a Premier League?
Time will tell. Time will tell.
Jordan?
Hi, David. Coming up against a striker in form in Gyökeres tomorrow, just how much analysis have you done on him, and what makes him special compared to other strikers, and how you approach to play him?
Well, we know his strengths. We know he runs a lot in behind. He scores a lot of goals in 1v1, and of course, he's a top player. He's in form. We're going to try to keep him very, very quiet tomorrow. To don't give him many chances. I think we have stepped up in defensively, so hopefully we can do a great job and keep a clean sheet tomorrow. So that'll be the best thing for us.
I know you're obviously always motivated to keep clean sheets, but when you come up against a striker who's that good and that in form, is it that extra bit of motivation to prove yourself against one of the best strikers in the world right now?
Well, I think it's a motivation for everybody to keep a clean sheet, because if you keep a clean sheet, you got better chance to win the game. And we know how strong we are in that aspect, because we defend with all 11 players, and we know what we're capable of. So hopefully we can keep a clean sheet tomorrow, and it'll be nice to keep him quiet. So that'll be really, really good for tomorrow.
Last couple, go up here.
Hello, David. Miguel Custódio from Sporting TV. You weren't on the 2023 games. You were in Brentford back then. Do you think that games made you more aware of what Sporting can do, what the quality of Sporting? Do you think you are going to have more respect tomorrow because of what happened?
Well, we know, like I said, we know it's a tough opponent. They're really, really in form in both competitions. As you know, obviously, they score a lot of goals and all that, but we are focused on ourselves. We want to be ourselves tomorrow, to play the football that we want to play and that we know how to play it, and to make it very, very difficult for them to create chances and make it very, very, very difficult for them to win the game. So we know what we're expecting tomorrow, and we're going to go everything to win.
Nick?
Hi, David. We're halfway through the big new group stage of the Champions League. I was just wondering what the players think of it. There's obviously more games. It's a bit hard to know what each result means, because you can be top 1 minute, lower down minutes. It's all very, very tight together. Are you enjoying it? Does it feel different to you?
Well, I only had one season in the Champions League. It was last season, and this season obviously is a little bit different, because you play against a lot of clubs, a lot of games. But every 3 points, every point is important in this competition, and we know what we want. We want to get as many points as we can and qualify straight away, to have less games to play as well. So that'll be a really, really good thing. So, but now Champions League is so good to play, and is the best competition. So we're really, really happy to be here.
Yeah, how important is it to avoid those extra couple of games in February?
Yeah, it's really, really important. You know, if you get through to the next round straight away, that's 2 games less that you're going to play. So you can rest up and you can prepare the games even better. So it's really, really important.
Sorry, guys, we're going to have to end it there because Mikel's on his way. But thank you all so much.
Thank you very much.
Everybody's fit, and as well, because we have Kieran with us.
Oh.
Hola, hola.
Can we ask let's ask the question again. Go.
Okay, is everyone in the squad? There's no doubts over fitness. Everyone that is here will be fit and available to start.
Yeah, everybody that is in the squad is fully fit to start the game. As I said as well, we have Kieran Tierney after a long injury. Great news that he's back. He's been training with the team and he's available to participate.
How important would it be to make a real statement with an away win? Because, you know, in the Champions League, maybe sort of away performances haven't yielded the goals, and it's potentially a big week, isn't it? You know, and you've already enjoyed a fantastic home win on Saturday.
Yeah, well, it's certainly something that we have to improve. I think we have made the right steps. And looking back, the way we played against Inter and against a team that has been so dominant in the league and having the Champions League final that they should have won and play and dominate the game, but we should have done. But the reality is that after you have to make it happen, and we didn't, you know, and making that steps is what we have to do next. Be ruthless, be much more efficient in the opposition box, and when we get there, actually do what we have to do to take the 3 points away from here.
Okay, Sam Dean from The Telegraph.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
2 questions. 1, how good is Victor Gyökeres? And 2, how do you stop him?
Well, I would like to talk about the team, about the coaches and how phenomenal they've been. You know, the run that they are in is incredible. That tells you that it's not only the qualities, the setup, as well as the ambition. It's something about the team energy that they have, and that's a great challenge that we have tomorrow to come here and make a statement and show that we are capable that against this kind of opponent, be ourselves and win the game.
Hi, Mikel. I know you're focused on supporting the team, but you're coming up against a very informed striker. He seems to have the pace, the power, the height. Is he, in your eyes, what a modern-day centre-forward looks like now, like an Erling Haaland kind of mould?
I understand the question, but obviously they have a lot of individual qualities. That's why they are able as well to win games in various ways. And yes, in a specific position, they have tremendous players.
Hi, Mikel. Obviously, it's a new format this season in the Champions League, and we're all kind of struggling to work out a little bit what each result means because there's big, more games. Is there any concern for you about where you are in the table at the moment?
Well, we want it to be higher, that's for sure. But this is the position that we are right now, and we have to face it and control what we can, which is to play in a way that's going to give us every chance to win the game and fight to do it as quick as possible. And tomorrow we have a great opportunity to do that.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
I'm just on the away form in Europe. I think it is now only 1 win in the last 8 away. And I know some of them have been good performances, like Inter. We know you were unlucky. But is it a pattern that you can explain?
Not all the games, they've been the same. It's true that within those games, there were games that when we're already qualified. But something is very true. That is that we have to improve those results and we have to find the ways to understand what is been missing. Sometimes it's been performance, to be fair. Sometimes it's been when the performance has been there, other aspects. And that's the next step that we have to make as a team.
Mikel, just on that point, I think it's 4 away games in a row you've not scored in Champions League.
Yeah.
Is that because the players are still new to this Champions League? People forget that it's only last season and this season, and they maybe forget that yourself is still adjusting to getting the right balance in that?
I wouldn't say that this is probably the most important thing, but the efficiency that we have shown inside the box at this level with the chances that you're normally able to generate in Champions League is not at the level that requires to win consistently. And that's something that I always say, Champions League is about boxes, small margins and details, and you have to get all those right to win, especially away from home.
Hi, Mikel. David was just talking just now about how he's feeling a lot more comfortable in his second season, that he's adapted a little bit. I was wondering if you've noticed that in his body language, his demeanour, his personality, as well as his performances.
Well, yes, it's something natural as well. I think it takes time to adapt to a new club, to a huge club like ours. And even though I thought that last season he had a really good season, obviously now he's more confident, he understands the system. He's got his space in the right way, you know. It's you can tell that he's much more composed. He's got better links with his teammates, and yeah, he's been in great form.
You mentioned about wanting to focus on your players and not on the specific opposition players. So in terms of William Saliba and Gabriel, what kind of tasks do they have tomorrow? And I'm sure you're hoping for them to step up as ever against an informed striker.
Yeah, for the whole team, because obviously when you look at the numbers they produced in the domestic league and in Champions League at home, where they have won every game and score always at least a goal, is something that we have to really avoid. So we're going to have to be really consistent and efficient to try to prevent that happening.
Mikel, so many people be coming through to you at the club, players and other staff members, and say, Mr. Coach, there's issues here. They're relying on you for feedback, for information to help them, to support them, and you give that support and you give that guidance because you're a leader. Who do you turn to for your support?
For my support?
When you're feeling maybe the pressure, it's so odd in this intense season.
Yeah. Well,
not this side of Christmas, but are there pressure moments, and who do you turn to?
At home. The first one at home. That's why I have a beautiful family, a lovely wife, my kids, all the loved ones, and then everybody, all the staff, That's why my coaches are so important, all the staff that is around it, upstairs, same support, same energy. Is vital because, as you said, there are always bumps, there are always feelings, there are always issues at football club, there are always things that are very urgent, have to be resolved right now, and yeah, I'm very lucky to have that environment. Thank you.
Sorry, we'll take two more from UK media, then we'll go to some Portuguese questions. So, Ian from BBC.
Mikel, good evening.
Hi.
This time last year, you embarked on a winning run after the international break. I'm just thinking, how important is it now? I know it's a challenge to play every 3 or 4 days, but this time between now and March, the next international break, to be able just to focus purely from your point of view, and can you do what you did last year?
Yeah, when you look at, I think it's 32 games till the next international break, so that tells you the story. Every 3 days, we're gonna need everybody at its best, and be very well prepared. I think the team is back of having almost the full squad available. I noticed a huge difference already in training and in years in the team. I sense that already on Saturday against Forest, and it's about the consistency that you are talking about now to build some momentum, some results, some big performances, and go in a big run.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Your second trip to this stadium in actually quite a short period of time. It feels like a lot longer ago that we were here last, but I wonder, have you had a chance to pause since you've come here and sort of take stock and look at how your team's progressed and what you think is different now from when the last time you were here in Lisbon?
Well, it's a good question. It's always a good exercise to see the team a few years back, and I watched both games, obviously, just to have an understanding how we prepared and what it worked, what it didn't. And it's difficult to recognize a team 2 years later, because you tend to see and look at the game and other stuff in a different way, but it was good. It seems longer ago, to be fair, in a way, but here we are again. The good news is we are in a different competition, a competition that we really want to be and be dominant and be important, and this is where we are looking for.
Questions from some Portuguese media?
Hello, Mikel.
Hello.
Welcome again in Portugal.
Thank
Miguel
you.
Custódio from Sporting TV. Not that much has changed between the 2023 games. You have a lot of the same players, Sporting too. You have new players, of course. But do you think both teams are stronger right now than that results?
I think so. I think so because I think every team evolved, and talking about Sporting and what they've done has been unbelievable. And we have as well progressed very much from what we were 2 years ago. So it's going to be a good test.
Okay, gentleman here.
Hello, Arteta. João Ribeiro from Newspaper Record. I'm asking you, Sporting has lost his coach last week. What do you think? It can be a surprise for you tomorrow, or you are expecting the same Sporting that gets the best results in the last rounds of the Champions League?
Yeah, well, I don't expect the same because I think every coach and the coaching staff behind him would have his own ideas. We have obviously analyzed what he's done, the things that he can tweak, and he's done in the past to be prepared and try to understand as much as possible what they can try to do, and especially how we can hurt them, and I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, everyone, I think that's it. Thanks, man. Oh,
Thank
sorry.
you. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry. And one final one here. Thank you.
Hello, Cristiana
Hi.
Queiroz Alves, SIC Notícias. Three games ago, Sporting beat Manchester City in a big way here in Alvalade. So was that game like a base for you to prepare the game for tomorrow?
Well, it was one of those. Obviously, they have played other games in Champions League and domestic to try to understand as well how they behave about other kind of opposition, because preparing for Manchester City is a really specific game. I'm telling you because I have experienced that. So I think you need a much broader picture to understand certain behaviors and understand why they do certain things. Obviously, we have analyzed that, but yeah, it was a remarkable game.